To another episode of the Editor's Vlog. I am Gaming Insurrection Editor-in-Chief Lindsay Hicks, and I am just hanging around doing absolutely nothing that I'm supposed to be doing. Just wanted to touch base and talk about some things going on with Gaming Insurrection. I am currently in the process of editing for first quarter 2014. We're a little behind right now, but we'll catch up because I'm special and I know how to make that work. So, we got a couple of reviews in. We've got almost everyone's reviews in, and we're doing some oldies but goodies this quarter, such as Guilty Gear X and Assassin's Creed 2. I'm doing both of those reviews actually, and I really like both games. And one of them, Assassin's Creed 2, is going to be in the now playing section, and Guilty Gear is going to be in retrograde. So I'm super excited about being able to get that stuff done and, read the reviews and go back and read what I wrote days after the fact and edit them down and get them on the page with some art. I haven't really been doing too much. I've been doing a little planning for Gaming Insurrection, and we've got our review schedule all the way through like 2017. Or at least I take that back. Not our review schedule, but more like our feature schedule. It's our feature schedule all the way through like 2017. It helps to plan ahead, actually. So I'm super excited about that too. I also decided we're going to do a new section. We're starting a new section. 2 new sections, actually. The first is Arcadia Journal, and that's going to be where I go around and talk about different arcades, the different arcades that I frequent most of the time, and give a report on what's going on and what they have coming in, especially because Lost Ark, which is one of the arcades that I go to. Lost Ark is in Greensboro, and they tend to swap out their cabinets in games pretty often. So I like to do a rotating, keeping up with them and showing what they have and what they don't have in at that point in time for that quarter. So as long as I'm in Greensboro or near Greensboro, I can do it. Now, of course, when I move back to Columbia, which may or may not happen in a little bit, I can't do it because I will not be anywhere near it. Greensboro is about an hour and a half, 2 hours from Columbia. So, yeah. Yeah, actually, it's about 2.5 hours from Columbia. So, yeah, I'm probably driving super slow, but yeah, I'm excited about that one, that new section coming up. The second section I'm gonna do is post-mortem. It's called post-mortem. Now, that may or may not run every quarter. I'm pretty certain that's not gonna run every quarter because I don't have games that I play often enough that come out to be to be like every quarter. I specifically wanted to do it on Borderlands 2, however, because I was there for the beginning launch of Borderlands 2 and being able to chronicle from the beginning when the game came out until now. And we did a review when it first came out. So I wanted to go back and revisit Borderlands 2 after about a year and talk about what I've learned in the time since I started playing, what I like about the game, what I don't like now that I've gone through the entire game multiple times, have multiple characters set up, that sort of thing. So I'm excited about that. That's going to be pretty awesome. I wrote a pretty long piece on that. That's about, I'd say 900 words, maybe 1,000 words. So yeah, I can see myself doing that not that often. Because that takes a lot out of me. Like, I have to sit down and think about things and and really discuss it. So, um, other than that, not too much going on with Gaming Insurrection. I'm hoping to maybe do, in addition to the DDR Spotlight, I'm hoping to maybe chronicle getting back into DDR, since I have two DDR machines nearby that I could use to play DDR like frequently on my feet, not just doing like Stepmania with my hands, because I do want to get a flat metal pad for Stepmania. I would love to be able to get one for my PC. That would be lovely if I could do that. I have the space right now. I have the space to do it. I just don't have the pad to do it. And if I move, I won't have the space to do it, but I would have the pad to do it. And I have a pad now. I actually have a Ignition 2.0 pad that I still have. I bought it 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago. I bought it 10 years ago when I moved out on my own. And it still works. It works pretty well. I haven't used it in forever, but it works. So, and I have access to, I have access to all of the Japanese DDR games, pretty much. Like I have Club Mix, Konamix. Well, Konamix was American. I take that back. I have Club Mix, Second Mix, Fourth Mix, Fifth Mix, Max 2, Extreme, and Party Collection. And those are all the Japanese versions. American versions, I have Konamix, and that's the only one that I still have. Oh, and Disney Mix. I still have those two. But, and that's on like PS1 and PS2 and Dreamcast. But pretty much I have every song, up through Supernova 2. No, ooh, Lord, no, I take that back. I have every song up through X3 versus Second Mix for Stepmania. So if I could get a metal pad and hook it up to my PC, I could play pretty regularly with Stepmania and use all the all the mods that I want to use, speed mods and things. So yeah, I'm excited. I might start doing that too. I don't know. I have to see. I was going to turn that into a feature maybe, because I've done a feature on DDR before with our former associate editor, Marcus Barnes. It's one of our early features on the website. So you can go and read it actually right now if you want to. You can read the PDF version or you can read the non-PDF version. But I've done a feature on that before, so I'm kind of thinking maybe I want to do something with that. But other than that, nothing much going on. Hopefully I might be able to get out to Lost Ark pretty soon. Editor at large, Mr. Beatty, needs a 6-button Genesis controller. He needs a 6-button really bad. The saga that was attempting to play Street Fighter II Special Championship Edition on Genesis was awful. Oh my god. I wanted to be like, dude, how are you living? Like, how are you living? How do you play this without using a 6-button? The special thing about Special Championship Edition on Genesis is, in order to... I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. It's a 3-button. Like, he had a regular 3-button Genesis controller. Okay? The crazy thing about Special Championship Edition was, because if you weren't using a 6-button, and you only had a 3-button, to be able to do, like, kicks, you had to press the start button to swap between punches and kicks. And I'm like, what in the hell? Are you serious? I remember reading about that years ago, and I actually played it before this last time I played it, and I was like, this is terrible. But he requested the game, so I was like, okay, well, I'll get it for you, because it's cheap, and I'm here someplace that I can buy it, and I can buy it very easily. They have a copy of it. So I bought it for him, and then I sat down and tried to play it, and it was like, oh my god, what is this? So, and then his controller was broken. His controller's terrible. But apparently it worked for, like, Sonic the Hedgehog with no problem. And it worked for, Phantasy Star 4. So I don't understand why it wasn't working for Street Fighter 2 other than it's terrible. So I'm going to get him a 6-button, I'm going to get him a 6-button controller, and, we're going to remedy that problem at some point. I don't know. I just was like, oh my god. I love you. I don't know why you're punishing yourself this way. Why you insist upon punishing yourself this way. Also, I'm quite upset with him because he has TVs that don't have AV inputs. I was like, how the hell, what century do you live in that you don't have a TV that has AV inputs? All it has space for is like the cable out. So you can't plug up like a modern day system. You can only use systems that use AV inputs. And I'm like, what in the world? Are you serious? Like, this is stupid. So I can't take any of my systems when I go to visit him. I can't take any of my systems to play. Like, I can't take my Dreamcast. I can't take my Xbox 360. I can't take my GameCube, my PS2, my PS1. Nothing. I can't take it with me. I have to take, like, my Super Nintendo because I have, or my Nintendo 64, because I have an RV output for both of those. I have the RF output for them both. It's, oh my gosh, I was like, what in the world? You're so behind times. So, possibly, when I do move back home, I'm going to give him, my, gigantic, big-ass silver TV that I don't like. And it has like six AV outputs on it. So he has no excuse. As a matter of fact, I take that back. It has like 9 AV outputs on it. He has no excuse. He could use it. I just was like, what in the world? How in the hell are you living? You live in like the dark ages. This is literally the dark ages. Also, I should point out, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I guess I should point out, full disclosure, since I've mentioned it now, myself and the editor at large, Mr. Beatty, are in fact dating. So, full disclosure, we are in a relationship. So, that is why I'm like, I love you, but this is the dark ages. We need to get you up to speed, because this is crazy. Like, I don't understand how you intend to produce anything for Gaming Insurrection, and you don't have anything, like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand how you make this work. So, also, yes, and I should point out that my personal, you would probably know that if you follow my personal channel, which is Dark Rubes, on YouTube, because I've started a new video series there, and by new, I mean like 6 months ago, actually more than 6 months ago, I started a video series on there called The Dark Girl Chronicles, which, follows my, daily life and what I do in my spare time that isn't involved with Gaming Insurrection, even though it kind of sort of overlaps with it. And I do talk about games in there sometimes, and what I like to do with games. And I have a bunch on that channel. I have a bunch of DDR gameplay videos that I've done. Some Mortal Kombat 2 and Mortal Kombat 3 videos, and mostly though it's my personal stuff, and that I try to keep separate from Gaming Insurrection. So if you want to go follow it and you want to go watch me be foul-mouthed and talk about my life, you feel free. I am at Dark Rubes there, so yeah. And that's DARKRUBES, Dark Rubes. Which also ties into a video game thing for myself. The short version is I started out as Ruby Heart Forever on Shoryuken.com many years ago. And because I played Ruby Heart in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. She's my favorite character, actually, in that game. And so I decided I was going to make a screen name for that. And short version is people didn't want to say Ruby Heart Forever every single time. So they just said Rubes. And and I had gone through some things, and I decided I was going to do Rubes, and I kept Rubes for short. And then I changed it to Dark Rubes after I had gone through some stuff, and I decided I wanted to change it around a little bit. So it's been Dark Rubes for, God, like years. It was pretty early on, like probably about 2004 it became Dark Rubes. Maybe, no, I take that back. 2003 it became Dark Rubes. Because I like things dark. So, yeah, that's how I got my screen name, and that's what my gamer tag is on Xbox Live. Speaking of which, I need to get my Xbox Live subscription. I gotta get another one because my current one is about to be up in the middle of next month, which would be December. And even though I'm not on there that often, I do actually play online. I just don't play with people I don't know, because y'all people is crazy. Let me tell you. Some of y'all don't know how to act, and you gotta ruin it for everybody else. So, I don't play with people I don't know. Hell, half the time I don't play with people I do know. But I do get on and I play Borderlands too. So, with my friend and, sometimes writer, William Harrison. So, yeah, I do sometimes get on there and play. So I gotta get that fixed up. But I'm debating whether or not I want to do that right now. Also, I need to get the update pack so I can get more levels, because I'm at the level cap now on my main character. I got a level 50 Maya, and I don't have the update to it. So I can't go beyond level 50 right now. So I started 2 other characters. I have a Zero and I have an Axton that I'm working on. And I can tell y'all, it's pretty terrible. My Maya is named Death Bitch. I was in a particularly bad mood when I started playing, so I named her Death Bitch. My Zero is named Zero Absolution, which is weird, but I just named him Zero Absolution. I felt like it. And my Axton it's terrible. My Axton is named Mr. Penetration. I know that's terrible, but I gave all my original characters in the first Borderlands, I gave them all like crazy ass names because I liked naming them weird things to distinguish between my characters and my ex-husband's characters. So, though you can't really like pull up someone else's characters, like you can't do that in either game. So, I like in the first Borderlands, my characters were named Lindsay Meredith. One was for my actual name. Somebody was named Majin Vegeta, because I like Vegeta in Dragon Ball Z. Somebody else was named Bucktooth 81, because I liked Bucktooth. That guy is hilarious. Because he's very good. He's a very good fighting game player, and he's been around for a long time. And so I always liked his name. And I spelled it exactly the same way. Buktooth. I named someone else. Oh, what did I name her? Because I got like 8 characters in the first one. Oh, I named my soldier in the first Borderlands. I named my soldier Lestat, because I like Lestat from the Vampire Chronicles, Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles. And I named somebody else something else weird. But it was, yeah, I named a bunch of characters weird things. So, yeah, Axton got Mr. Penetration because I discovered the other day I had been reading up and going back and seeing what new storyline had been added for the characters. in Borderlands 2, and Axton, it turns out, is bisexual. So, I was like, he gets to be Mr. Penetration. Also, when I shoot you in the face with a very large caliber bullet, I'm going to penetrate your head and you're going to die. Because I am all about headshots and I will kill you. Don't let me get a bead on you because you will die horribly. In Borderlands 2 and Borderlands. So yeah, he gets to be Mr. Penetration for those two reasons. But William thought it was funny. But yeah, I like playing, and I like playing online, so I guess I need to get that gamer tag stuff fixed up, don't I? So that's all I really want to talk about. Thanks for watching, and follow us on Twitter. We're at Gaming Insurrect, GAMINGINSURRECT. We're also I'm gonna get started on. Maybe one day I'm going to actually get around to getting that Facebook page set up. It's another thing on top of other things that I need to do that I don't have time for or manpower to do consistently. So we're very seldom on Twitter, but I do try to check in and post on Twitter and talk about things. So if you have anything interesting, you hit me up. I get alerts. For our Twitter account, I do get alerts, and I will know when you send me a message or you leave a comment or something, you reply to my tweet or something like that. So, feel free to tweet at us, and we'll probably talk to you back. I don't know. So we'll see you guys later, and happy gaming trails and all that good stuff. See you later. Thanks for watching.